They said women had no place in war. But when kings hesitated and generals failed, one queen commanded an entire navy. And even her enemies couldn't help but admire her. In the year 480 BCE, the waves of the Aegean Sea shimmered beneath a rising sun, and among the countless Persian warships preparing for battle stood one unlike any other, commanded not by a king nor a seasoned admiral, but by a woman, Artemisia of Caria. She ruled the small but powerful city-state of Halicarnassus, and when King Xerxes of Persia launched his invasion of Greece, she joined him, not out of fear, but out of strategy. Artemisia was no ordinary ally. She was a tactician who saw the world as a game of moves and counter-moves, where intellect could shatter might. As the Persian armada gathered near Salamis, their goal was clear: to crush the smaller Greek fleet and open the path to Athens. Xerxes trusted his numbers, believing his massive army could never fail. But Artemisia saw danger. She warned him, "Do not fight the Greeks at sea, they know those waters better than we do." Her words were ignored. The order came: attack. And so began the Battle of Salamis, one of the most decisive naval clashes in ancient history. The narrow straits trapped the enormous Persian fleet like fish in a net. Greek triremes, smaller, faster, deadlier, rammed the Persian ships one by one, turning the sea into chaos. But Artemisia, she did not panic. Surrounded by enemies and friendly ships alike, she devised a daring maneuver. When a Greek vessel began chasing her, she sailed straight toward an allied Persian ship and rammed it full force. The Greeks, thinking she must be one of them, stopped pursuing. They had been fooled. Artemisia escaped and lived to fight another day. From his vantage point on shore, King Xerxes watched in awe. Not knowing she had struck her own ally, he believed she had sunk a Greek ship. He turned to his generals and said, "My men have become women, and my women have become men." Though the Persians ultimately lost the battle, Artemisia's courage became legendary. She was the only commander praised by both sides, Persians for her bravery and Greeks for her intelligence. Her cunning in the midst of defeat proved that true power lies not always in strength, but in strategy. In a world ruled by men and empires, Artemisia of Caria sailed her own course, a lone queen who defied expectations, outwitted her foes, and carved her name into the tides of history. If you were on that battlefield, would you trust brute strength, or the mind that turns enemies into pawns?